Chief Bitcoin in the house, baby. Okay, so Bitcoin against the US dollar. It's looking good. Okay, here we are on the 4-hour chart. This looks okay to me. Okay, what I think is going to happen on the 4-hour here. Let's push this over. You can see here, it doesn't want to drop. You know, it's kind of like crowding this area here, because it wants to go up rather than go down. So what I think is we've come up there and then we're gonna come down and then up. Maybe even less of a drop, maybe, and then up like that. Okay, so let's take a look at a different time frame here. Okay, so here we are at the 1-day chart here. You can see the day, and let's take a look at it here. Now it looks really super strong to me, and I'll tell you why. The reason why is because of this. You can see we've got a huge hidden divergence pattern here. Okay, and this, you know, coincides and correlates with what fund managers have been saying. I mean, these guys have whole teams of people that they work with, of technical analysis people just like me who do technical analysis, but they've got like a team of them working with them, you know. So they get together and you know, they do technical analysis, and they say what I've been saying all along, that this thing's going up to, well, I've been saying it's going to at least 100,000 this year. The big time fund managers who have big teams with them, they say it's going to 2, 3, 400,000 this year. Okay, so I tend to believe them rather than these hack YouTubers that I've been, you know, mentioning. I've never mentioned their names because, you know, it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to pump their channels when they're trying to FUD this, you know, this whole crypto thing, and it's not working. You know, this looks really super strong, this hidden divergence here. And, you know, it makes me believe these fund managers even more when I see this. Okay, so I've been saying since, you know, quite a while ago, I could see this was coming down here. Okay, on the monthly chart, I could see that this was going down, but price action was going up, and I said there's going to come a point where this is going to fire up. I said, you know, price action is going to fire up completely, and it did exactly what I said. Okay, I said when this thing goes to crossover, we're going up huge amounts. And it got closer and closer to crossing over, and it just started racing up, just like I said. And anyways, it's looking really strong here on the monthly chart. On the daily chart, it just looks really strong. I mean, if you understand moving averages, and, you know, if you understand any of this, you'll understand that, you know, those fund managers know what they're talking about, and their team of technical analysts, you know, they know what they're talking about when they say that this thing could go to 2, 3, 400,000. I think for sure, not for sure, take this as a grain of salt, because anything can happen with any type of you know, an asset. It could go up, it could go down, you know. But if these fund managers are saying 2 or 3 or 400,000, you know, you should listen to them, okay, and you know, consider whether you want to put $100 into Bitcoin or something. This is not financial advice; it's for your entertainment only. But I mean, I think that we're going to come down, do a little W, and then up, is what I think. Same thing as what we did over here, a little W and then up. And the same thing as over here, a W and then up. Okay, so it's looking good and strong right now. How far is it going to go? I think it's going to 100,000, but this is not. Check with your financial advisor before you put money into this thing. If you're going to, he'll probably tell you don't put money into crypto. If he says that, listen to him. Don't put money into crypto. Crypto is almost like, I mean, I think that Bitcoin is the only one that's not a complete gamble. I mean, if you had, put money into Bitcoin when it was at the beginning, when it was less than one cent, you would be laughing, because Bitcoin started at less than 1 cent. Imagine if you would have bought $10 worth at less than 1 cent. Well, you'd be a billionaire by now, okay? And if you would have put money in at 20,000, at the very top here, and you held since December 2017, if you would have held at if you would have bought at the very top, 19,900 is where probably it ended, around there. Let's just call it 20,000. If you would have bought at 20,000 and you would have held all this time, you would look like a very intelligent person. Nobody would be saying now, oh, you're stupid, you bought at the top of 2017. Nobody would be saying that. They'd be saying, you bought it at 20,000. That's a really good price. That's a really good price. You bought it at 20,000. Look at the price now. That's where the price is now if you would have bought at 20,000. So they think that it's going to at least, I mean, Max Kaiser called the top at 20. He said at the end of 2020, we're going to be at 28,000, and that's where we were at. And now he says it's going to 225,000 by the end of this year. Okay, and I think he mentioned that he thinks that it's going to go to 225,000 before the end of the year. I think he said something like September or something, and then it's going to start doing a little bit of a retraction. Who knows how much? But I mean, other fund managers are saying it's going to go to 400,000 by the end of the year. I'm saying it's going to 100,000. Okay, and maybe beyond. Okay, so I would probably, those fund managers have huge teams around them of technical analysis people, men and women, and they're saying this thing could go to 300,000 or 400,000. So who are you going to believe? Me, who says 100,000 minimum, or these other people who say 2, 3, 400,000? Okay, you're probably best to listen to the fund managers when they say 2 or 3 or 400,000. Okay, I'm just trying to be conservative here, and I don't want to say too much. Like, I don't want to say too high of a price, but I tend to believe, it's going to 225,000 this year. Okay, but a minimum of 100,000. Okay, so but don't be putting money into this because of what I say. You got to go by what your financial advisor says. Okay, if he says don't put money into Bitcoin, then do not put money into Bitcoin. If he says don't put any money into anything in crypto, then do not put anything into crypto. That's how it works. Okay? There's probably, if he would have told you to put money into this thing in 2010, your financial advisor, he would be the best financial advisor ever. Okay? That would be the smartest financial advisor in the history of the world. Okay, so, but I mean, is it too late to get into this? I don't know. I don't think so. Not from my patterns, chart patterns that I see, are showing that this thing is really strong. And I think it's strong. I mean, this is the one that matters. This is the crypto that matters. All the other cryptos, If Bitcoin goes down in price, then all the other cryptos are going to crash really hard. So if Bitcoin crashes, everything crashes even harder, including Ethereum, including Cardano, including BNB, all of them. Okay, so let's take a look at BNB, Binance coin. Okay, so here we are at BNB, Binance coin, and Binance is a really important coin. You can see here we've got this happening, this going down, and this is kind of going sideways. So that's showing some divergence here. So when this thing turns, when these turn around here, you know, and it almost looks like it's about to turn around because it's the price action that's going to pull that up. It's going to pull these up. Price action over here must pull that up. It doesn't go up without the price action going up. When this price action starts to pull these other ones up here, when this starts going up, it starts pulling these up, it's going to look really good, and it's going to go up like that, probably. Okay, so that's the day chart there. Okay, so I really like it. We're at $260. You know, let's look at the 4 hour. Now, I think what's going to happen at the 4 hour is we're probably going to get something like this. I think it's probably going to go up above here, and then it's going to come down, and then it's going to start going up again to higher highs. Okay, so this is going to go up to a high, something like that, maybe, and then another higher high, and this is going to be a higher low. Okay, so that's what I think about Binance coin. I think that Binance coin, this is just what I think. Okay, so just because what I think, you know, I think something doesn't mean it's going to happen. Okay, so, but I think that we're probably going to start going up to a new all-time high. Okay, so check with your financial advisor before putting anything into any investment, including Binance coin. Check with him. He'll probably tell you don't put your money into crypto. And give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I want everybody to have a fantastic day.